Hello, hello, hello. Hello. No intro today because I'm so late. I look the exact same as I did this morning during the kids mixtape show or whatever. I don't know what to call it yet, but welcome everybody. Welcome to the Kidz Korner show today. I'm going to be yapping as usual. Um I'm late. Why am I late? So here's the thing. You see what happened was I'm late, one, because I was rushing to get everything done because I was doing other things around the house. And then, second, my boss called me 2 minutes before the show, and I'm like, I'm like, yeah. Okay, okay. I gotta go. Bye. Like, I was trying. I was really trying. The guy here, obviously not a great excuse. I should be more prepared for this. I don't even have screenshots of the stuff I do want to talk about, which is what I'm going to be doing over here. It's kind of magic. But I want to welcome you guys, of course. Obviously, you guys can say I'm a busy guy as much as you want, but I don't believe you. I'm not busy. No such thing. But seriously, I had a great time. Yeah, it took me a while to listen to the actual album. Thank you, Jane Motz, for telling me the album to listen to today. And then if you guys are members and you checked out the Kids Mixtape show today, I did a whole hour of listening to songs you guys recommended to me live, and we listened together. I was playing the music while we did it. It was a blast. I'm sure everybody who was there, who's here, will say they had a good time because I did too. Um, Let me actually get the list of songs. I'm taking a screenshot of it because because Jeffrey Montgomery actually gave me the list of everything I've been listening to. It's just I gotta stop it after. There we go, right there. Okay, so let me show you guys the list of things. This is last week's album. We didn't do those. Let me show you the list of songs I listened to this morning. It was a whole lot. Let me look at it. If I could pull it up, seeing here, looking here. Chucking and jiving, going over here. If I scroll all the way down, it's the drag and drop portion, as my dad would say it. Here's a super long list of everything right here. Good old-fashioned Lover Boy, Don't Try Suicide, Saved by Zero, Jukebox Hero, Bars, Ballroom Blitz, Mr. Blue Sky, Should I Stay or Should I Go, More Than a Feeling, I'm Your Captain. Well, I listened to half of that because it was a 10-minute song. To Hell with the Devil, Carry On Wayward Son, She Sells Sanctuary, Added Up, Money for Nothing, Africa, Whip It, and Crazy Train. Woo! All in 1 hour. And all stuff you guys recommended me. It was not the greatest to start because I was still learning. I was getting my reins, getting started, because it's something new. You never know. So it was a ton of fun to do it because I think my top five. Actually, I'll pull it up. This is what it looked like. Well, actually, now it's showing my other Spotify stuff, like what I was listening to right before here. Let me just. So, here's my top five for the Kidz Korner show. It was Jukebox Hero, Added Up, Come On Eileen, She Sells Sanctuary, Mr. Blue Sky. And then we also had the chat box right here. And it was a YouTube exclusive too. So, because if you're YouTube member exclusive, I'm working on how I can make it like public without having YouTube just like derail my channel. So, working on that, or working on it, as J Dilla. Duh. Thank you, Trippy, for throwing in the PayPal. And Trippy Pineapple, member for 27 months to KGXT Studios. I remember when we sat in a Discord call and I said, you're going to be a moderator, trial period. And I thought I was being way too serious, but my dad was like, you got to do it. You got to make him a moderator trial period, or else it's not going to be, like, he's going to take advantage of it. And I'm like, dude, it's just a Discord moderator. Chill out. And he seems like a cool guy. And then the rest is history. Just like that. Why isn't Pink Floyd on the list? Because nobody recommended it to me, Star Roberts. Nobody during the stream recommended me any Pink Floyd, and so I didn't listen to it. There was a lot to listen to though. It was the vibe switches were wild, going this way and that way, slow and fast. You never knew what was going to hit you. And I will say with the song Added Up, I believe it was Robert. Robert recommended it. Beginning of it, first like 30 seconds, I was like, this ain't it. And then it hit, and I was like, okay, never mind. You told me to wait a minute, and I waited a minute, and I should have trusted you from the beginning, because that was good. That was some good stuff. Now, moving on to the Pepsi Pepsi challenge story. So my mom, for the barbecue, obviously gave a Sam's Club order to get a huge thing of Coke, it was a 24-pack or something like that, and they gave her Coke Zero. Now, Trippy and I went on a wild goose chase to go get regular Coke and a lot of other things swapped around and buy 18 bags of ice, and then still apparently not have enough. So that's a whole thing. But the Coke Zero. So now we have a ton of Coke Zero at our house. And my mom's like, yeah, I've been slipping Coke Zero into your dad's Coke. I'd like make it half and half, and he hasn't noticed yet. I'm like, oh, that's funny. So what I'm going to do, I was telling him, I was like, okay, what if we did like the Pepsi challenge is what you guys used to do, but with Coke and Coke Zero. So my mom and I did it, and I could barely taste the difference. Like, I could tell it's Coke Zero, but I wouldn't be mad if like somebody served it to me because it's still pretty good. It's not the same, of course. It foamed a lot more. So right before the garage show, last garage show, we're literally moments away from the show, and I'm like, Dad, here, try one. Which one's Coke Zero? And he just sits there. He goes, he's like a wine taster. He's like a wine connoisseur. He's just stirring it. Yes. Yeah, I think this one's Coke Zero. I'm like, there's no way to tell. And he was wrong when he first said that. Just smelling it and like looking at it, blowing at it, spinning it. And twirling it, of course. That's the correct terminology. And Sweets, it's not only 80 songs. Any song you guys want. Oh, yeah, let me get the sheets open, Trippy. My bad. I do have them open. I just need to actually open them. Wow, it's like lagging my computer. So, got the two Cokes, new Coke and Coke. And he's twirling, sniffing, blowing, doing his thing. Investigative work, everything. All 5 senses are being used. Sight, sound. Does it sound like Coke when it fizzes? Thinking the other sound. Smell. Everything except for taste. And touch. Well, he touched the glass. He didn't touch the... he was going through all the senses. And then he was like, okay, I'm ready to taste it. And as soon as he drank the Coke Zero, he goes, that's Coke Zero. That's Coke. And he's like, I'm supposed to have a cracker. I'm like, you know what, dude? You are one, so it doesn't matter. Sometimes you got to crack yourself up, man. So that was our Pepsi challenge story. My dad correctly identified between Coke Zero and Coke. I just went straight for it. Like, I didn't smell it or anything. I just went, yep, Coke Zero. Cool. And then I drank the Coke, and I was like, this is not bad. And then my mom did and then drank it. So it was like levels, like Goldilocks. Well, not really. One person who doesn't smell at all, or my mom smelling it a little bit, and then my dad going full investigator mode over a Coke Zero, because God knows, never serve him a Coke Zero until he found out that my mom was slipping some in, and he was like, no wonder my Cokes have tasted so bad. I'm like, no, you didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't notice. Going in between in the sheets. Sparky number 1, member for 3 months. I missed it. I was busy taking care of my yard, but I'll catch it later, Big Z. Thanks, Sparky. You should catch it. Catch me next Monday, It'll be a blast. Oh, sorry. My dad just texted me. I got to be there, Donna Poli, Facebook Blue, you need some Poison and Guns N' Roses. Well, if you catch me on whatever the show is going to be called, Mondays at 10 a.m., you can recommend it to me, man. I appreciate it. Kevin Maccabee, Facebook Blue, good, but you need some Waylon. Again, just recommend it to me, like, on the show, because then you're going to literally watch me listen to it for the first time, most likely. And then Sparky number 1 super chat $5. I've been watching the show for more than 3 months, and it's almost been 2 years. Huh? Is he saying it's been like a long time, like or are you saying like you're watching it for 3 months and you're astonished that it's been 2 years? Sparky, you gotta clarify it for me. I'm not up here. I'm down here. Max Ming, Facebook Blue, but did he like it? No, he didn't like it. He didn't like the Coke Zero. He didn't like it. He's like, you can keep mixing it in my drink, but I don't like it because still half the sugar. Think about it. Oh, I got to pop my back. Nope, didn't pop. That sucks. Anyways, yeah, so that's our little Pepsi challenge story there of what's going on. My dad, 1, doesn't like Coke Zero. 2, can taste the difference. And 3, he's a soda connoisseur. He was telling me how back in the 80s, he would always win the Pepsi challenge every single time, that at one point they actually turned him away because he just won it so much. And I'm like, okay, dude, subtle flex. Some weird dad lore. Diana Thomas, Coke got $1 billion contract to continue putting nanoparticles in its products. Pepsi doing the same. Hey, man. Those nanoparticles taste good, am I right? Am I right? They taste real good. That's what I'm saying. It's like... No, but in Coke Zero, my mom was telling me about, like, this one, like, thing that's in it and causes cancer. And I'm like, Mom, I don't drink Coke Zero. She's like, I know, but they also have it in, like, Fanta and Orange Crush. I'm like, Mom, I don't really drink those either. And it's not going to stop me. Because think about it. Out of how many people... It wouldn't happen to me. I know it's, like, a very arrogant take to have. It's like, wouldn't happen to me. But seriously, take the chances. Why not? My dad chiming in. So, also, how I know this is my dad and not my mom is the way he types. So, ... Just got here. What is the topic? Do we have a topic? What's going on here? That's exactly how he said it in real life. And I know for a fact, also for people on Facebook, he's chiming in on YouTube in the chat. Anytime there's a Kidz Korner show, he just backseats me. And I know he hates it when I say that, even though he only sends like 2 messages. I'm going to say he's just backseating me no matter what. Hector Peck, Facebook Blue. Hi, how are you? Big hugs to you and your fam from Puerto Rico. Hey, from Puerto Rico. Hector, what's going on, man? I will accept the hug. Now just put your arms out. Come on. Come on. Just get it real close. We'll hug, okay? I'm sorry for all the unintentional hugs that everybody else got, from me hugging them. It's my bad. You're all on one camera to me, so if I try and hug one of you, you all have to hug me. So sorry about that. There's like a lot of awkward hugs, and then there's Hector and I just going, what's up, man? Or we did the bro hug where we go, and then just like, you know what I mean? Oh, now my dad's messaging me too. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. He sent me we are getting live. Wait, hold on. Am I reading this right? Yes, we're getting live images from my dad to, it's just showing what he's up to. He's out looking for land in Reno, if you guys have seen the last few shorts. And he's actually sent me a picture of some land he was looking at today. So, shout out, Dad. Let me pull it up. One moment. Hold on. I told you, no instant gratification around here. You got to work for it. There you go. So here is where he's looking for land out in Reno, in the Reno area in Nevada. Also, beautiful sky. Don't get a lot of blue sky out here in Bakersfield. All the smog from Sacramento and all that just floods down to the south of the valley, and it's all down here. Not great. But yeah, you can see the out in the wilderness of Reno. You see the native GMC Sierra in its natural habitat. Doing its thing, airing out its doors. 9 out of 10 chance my dad took, like, he went to the bathroom right there. He just opened his door. 9 out of 10 times. I'm just saying. 100 yards from a river. Okay, I know you have trouble with your words, Gen X Dad, but 100 yards from a river. Okay. There you go. So yeah, he wants to boast about it so bad that he's going to boast about it on our show. Our show. He's invading our show to talk about his topics. What a guy. Mark Dunlap, Facebook personal. So whose show is Gen X Talks? Yours or your old man's? Okay, well, I came up with the show, and I constantly record him, but he's the star, unwilling participant of the show. But he likes doing the live streams. Ever since I showed him how to do a live stream, which took forever, he was like, okay, this is kind of cool because it's he just thinks it's fun. He likes hanging out with you guys, having a drink. And then Mike Peterson, member for 9 months, sent you a list of songs a few weeks ago and have not heard back. I know it's not an 80s band, but want your input on the music. Oh, no. Did you email me? I feel so bad. Mike, I will get on that. Hold on. I'm fine. This is live text support. I need to solve this right now because now I feel horrible. Oh, no. You did. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm saving this. I found your email. I'm saving that, and I will listen to it, Mike. I apologize. And then David Bradshaw, Facebook personal. So today's topic, sorry I'm late to the show. Well, the Kidz Korner show, I just accidentally closed the sheets. The Kidz Korner show never has a specific topic, as you might have noticed. And then my camera shut off for a little bit. What the heck? I know this whole show is in shambles. It never has like a set topic. If you have noticed, we just I have the itinerary right here, and it does its own thing. I just walk in here, and the itinerary is just there. So yeah, I never know what's gonna happen until I look at the itinerary. So for next on the itinerary is truck repair. So don't say I check my emails 3 times a year. I check it occasionally. Okay. Check it more often than a bear goes into hibernation. There you go. So truck repair. I was getting so frustrated on the garage show because I had somewhere to be, and my dad's like, 30-minute job, in and out. And I don't know why I believe him after all these years. Every time he's like, look, man, we're going to get some dirt in the back of the truck. It's going to take you like an hour, and then you're just going to haul it all back there in an hour, and you'll be fine. You can go back to whatever you're doing. 4 hours later, and 2 more truckloads of dirt, I'm sitting there going, wow, that's great. I know I'm having a blast right now. Totally didn't have plans or anything. He does that a lot. And honestly, whatever, because he's getting, I'm still doing the work. I agreed to it. So that's what happened with the truck. He's like, hey, man, 30-minute job, in and out, shouldn't be difficult at all. Little do I know is that something always makes it prolonged. Something unsuspected that could have never been foreseen. But seriously, it's like, I'm working on the truck from 5 o'clock, okay? I'm like, okay, I have somewhere to go at 6. I told him I'd be there at 6:30, so I have exactly like 30-minute break period, He said we get it done in 30 minutes. I'm giving us an hour to do it. So what I'm going to do is just get it done, And I worked efficiently. Like, there was no me slacking off, not getting tools or whatever. I got the stuff done. I did it right. And then I checked and I kind of I hinted at my dad. I don't know if it actually sunk in, but I said, hey, I have somewhere to be, let's get this done. I'd rather drive the truck. And I look at the clock. It's 6 o'clock. I still need to clean up and get ready to go somewhere. So I'm sitting there going, 6 o'clock. And I'm still not done. I haven't even taken off the old compressor yet. And it's 6 o'clock. I love this. This is so much fun. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? This is so much fun. I was so frustrated with my dad. I don't know if he knew, but I was very frustrated because now I don't have a truck. I still don't have a truck because he's out in Reno, and I just haven't done it myself. And I was just sitting there going, wow, I just spent an hour taking off 2, the belt and 2, bolts. That was it. Or 3, 4 bolts. I was like, why couldn't he just walk me through what he's doing, And he's like, you got to do it yourself. This is me complaining about the older generation. You want to teach us something, and then I get berated for doing it incorrectly. And I was doing it correctly. I was getting berated for being slow. Oh, do you know what a wobbly socket is? I'm like, yeah, just let me do it the way I'm doing it, okay? I don't micromanage you the whole time you're doing something. I know this is your area of expertise and everything, but, let me do what I need to do. If I saw somebody doing content creation, I wouldn't go, oh, why don't you use those hashtags? I go, hey, what do you use for hashtags? And they go, oh, this, and that. I was like, you mind if I give you a tip? You mind if I give you some coaching? It's like, okay, you do this, and then it helps, instead of, hey man, like what do you? Why aren't you using a wobbly socket? Friggin' loser. What are you doing? It's like it makes me so annoyed whenever I do something like that. Whenever I do like a chore, or especially working on cars, is how my dad is. If you don't do something exactly how he would do it, he's going to point it out to you. And I don't. That's why I wish I just give me all of your automotive knowledge so I can just go do it. You know, it's a big old mess. You know. So yeah, that's my truck repair rant, because not nothing really else to just